Yo, what's up, guys? And I'm here today telling you my opinion on who's better between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. And recently, Michael Jordan came out with a statement saying that I take Kobe over LeBron James because Kobe has more rings.
Stop fucking lying!
Because you don't look at a player's career based on just how many rings they got. Because if you base it on off of how many rings a player has gotten, then really the GOAT is Bill Russell. Michael Jordan is not, alright? So rings should not matter. There are plenty of players who won more rings than LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, I'm sure. Probably Michael Jordan too, and most of those players aren't better than them or near their level at all. So that argument shouldn't even be mentioned. The rings should just stay over there. Before I continue, you guys, I need you to hit that for me. Like for 2 seconds, because I know a lot of y'all don't, for some reason, y'all don't subscribe or like hit the like button. I don't know why. Like, I'm cool. But let me continue with what I gotta say, alright? Now, from Jordan's point of view, I feel like he's being extremely biased, alright? Because if you ask anybody, what is the closest thing to Michael Jordan? They point at that man, Kobe beating Bryant. With his play style, his mentality, it's like, him and Michael Jordan are like, just damn near the same type of player. And they have the same type of play style. So of course, Michael Jordan's gonna admire him more and show him more love compared to someone like LeBron James. I'm sure if you ask Magic Johnson, he'd probably say Kobe, but I mean, if he wasn't a part of the Lakers for that, and you have such the English, what the fuck is going on, man?
The fuck is going on here?
And if he didn't have such a strong bond with the Lakers, then I'm sure he'd say, oh, I think LeBron James is the greatest player of all time because they have really similar play styles. Down to facts now, straight facts. Now, I'll mind you, some people might be triggered, alright? And this is just my opinion. Everybody can be entitled to their own opinion. But here's mine. Kobe Bryant, he's an A1 scorer. He's a better shooter than LeBron James. He's a better scorer. I don't know about a better scorer. He's a better shooter than LeBron James. I don't care what anybody says. You can look up the stats or whatever, 3-point stats. I'm sure LeBron James leads Kobe in that category, but Kobe just has a better stroke than LeBron James, right? He can stroke that ball all day long compared to LeBron James. I don't care when anybody says Kobe, he's a better shooter. And when it comes to, like, who do you want the ball in the last seconds of the game, I'm going to have to say Kobe because I know he's not going to, like, shrink or anything like that, pass the ball off. I know he's going to try his absolute best to get the ball in the basket, so I'm taking Kobe for that one. But when it comes to everything else, besides just solely shooting and having that last second ability to make shots, I am choosing LeBron James, alright? Because, for one, overall, he's just an amazing player. He makes not only himself better, other players around him. He revives other players' career. Ain't nobody want to watch no damn Summer League. Fuck that shit. But LeBron James just has that effect to make everyone play at a high level. And, you know, he bonds well with his teammates and everything. He's not going to start arguments out of nowhere like Kobe does. He's a better leader than Kobe. He just has so much on his shoulders that he carries compared to Kobe. Kobe, he's good and all that, but he's not making anybody better. Like, I mean, that's just not the type of player he is. No shots at him, I mean, it is what it is. But for LeBron James, he just has so much. He has a whole city on his back, teammates, everything. And what that man is able to do on and off the court is just amazing. And scoring at will, Kobe is better at that, but LeBron James could do it too, but he just chooses not to because he's a facilitator. He's not a scorer for a type of player. So you have to understand that. And when people try to knock LeBron James' finals losses or count rings, you have to remember Kobe, he had Shaq. If LeBron had Shaq on his team, they would have won more rings than Kobe and Shaq would have won. Alright? And Kobe wasn't the best player for the first few years on his team, and LeBron James, without a question, he was always the best player on his team. Yeah, for people counting down on LeBron James' finals losses, the only reason LeBron James has so many losses is because, first of all, let's keep it a band, let's keep it 100. He was not supposed to be over there. His team was complete garbage, trash.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
He wasn't supposed to be able to make the finals every year, or like third year in his career in the NBA. Like, what type of shit is that? Who makes the NBA? Who carries the team to the NBA finals in their third year?
Boy, if you don't get
That's amazing. All right, LeBron, he averaged like 20 some points during his rookie year. Kobe averaged like 8 or something like that. I'm not sure.
the fuck is going on?
You really can't count those final losses because LeBron James was a baby. He just took his team just cause to the finals, and Kobe, he really never had that ability to, because arguably, first off, Shaq came to LA and he helped. People are gonna hate me for saying this, but he taught Kobe how to win, and Shaq hands down was the best player on those championship teams. LeBron was always the best player on all of his teams. All right, and I'd say if the majority of LeBron James' final losses should be blamed on their owner too, because he's messed them up completely with what they've put around him. Overall, put yourself in this situation. You are an NBA general manager, owner, all right? You're in the front office, and you go to an NBA championship as soon as possible. What your surrounding pieces will be, all right? You have the first overall pick, all right? And you have a 19-year-old LeBron James on the board and a 19-year-old Kobe Bryant on the board. Once again, I do not know what my team's going to look like, and I'm trying to go to the NBA Finals as quick as possible. 100 times out of 100 times, I'm taking LeBron James over Kobe Bryant, just because I do not know what my team's looking like, and if I'm building around Kobe, I have to pinpoint what type of players I need. All right, well, with LeBron, you can put any great player around him, and it will still work out. LeBron will force it to work out. All right. That's just the type of player LeBron James is. It doesn't matter what you put around him. He'll just be great. You could put what works with him, and he'll be even greater. But he's just that type of player, man. He's just that type of player. Let me know what you guys think, who you think is better, and I'll get right with you.
Well, I won't!